Hello, hello, hello. Your local alien is back with another Amberlynn Reid reaction. I have not watched an Reid video in about 5 days, more like six now. The last one I watched was her What I Ate on Vacation video, which unfortunately you won't be able to see my reaction to that. As I said on her first video, I did actually film a reaction to that, but my microphone did not record any of it. So I do still want to do something with that video, whether it be like a re-reaction or like some sort of funny cut or something like that, because I still have thoughts I want to give out about that video. So I'll probably end up doing something with that. I just don't really know what. But yeah, I took a break from our goal. I haven't seen any videos since then. I haven't seen any reactions since then, although I have been getting recommendations about people's reactions. Never recommendations about her actual videos. YouTube doesn't ever recommend me those. But I've been seeing like Zachary Michael, Alex Shook, uh, and recently I just started watching Charlie Gold. So I've been getting recommendations about those. So I kind of do know what's been going on. For instance, I think the video is called Saying Goodbye After 11 Years. From the title alone, I didn't know what that was. But then Alex Shook's video came up in my feed saying goodbye to wisdom teeth. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I know what that is now. Um, so I do kind of know what the recent videos have been about. But I haven't seen any of them, and I haven't seen any reactions or anything like that. So today I'm going to be watching her reacting to me lying video. Um, yeah, I just needed a break from our girl. She reacting to her every day just got really tiring with like other stuff I've been doing. Like I just moved in, meeting roommates, getting ready for the fall semester, trying to work out how I'll be working and doing classes and trying to find like a secondary job as well. So all of that kind of trumps our girl. That's a little bit more important. And here she is flexing her $1,500 while trying to throw herself a pity party. I'm just like, I just needed a break from her. But now I am getting back into the Amberlynn Reid world. I started watching reactions again because during that break I didn't do anything Amberlynn Reid related. I didn't watch any videos related to her. But I've slowly been getting back into it. And I figured tonight's the night, despite the bad lighting because there's no sunlight. And there actually is a light, like right there. It just sucks. I figured tonight's the night because I saw this. I'm gonna edit it in here on my homepage, and I was like, "This is a sign. This picture is too good." And I feel like getting back into our Gorl's life, seeing what she's up to. So we're doing her reacting to me lying video, which is going to be a bunch of bull. Once again, she's still doing that lame editing where she just holds her laptop and then has her phone recording. That's just ugh. But it looks like she's reacting to a really recent video, one of the sit down videos she did with Becky, so good. I kind of really don't want to watch this, but I'm gonna truck on through. I'm gonna get back into what Amberlynn Reid is up to, Eric Cook. I'm behind on everything, so let's just do this. let's see how much I can get done tonight. Oh, and speaking of Eric Cook, I'm behind on him too. So I'm probably not gonna watch I might watch his recent videos, but I won't react to most of them. I am curious about the baby situation though, if that video is even still up, because apparently some questionable stuff happened involving a couch search or something, so we'll see about that. And this video is in lowercase, so we know this is going to be a serious type video. Totally not clickbait, you guys.
Hey guys, okay,
Hello,
so
Amberlynn
we're here
Reid.
for another reaction. This was requested. I am trying my hardest to
Requested
film
by
videos
what,
that are requested
one
of
person?
me. This laptop is actually sitting on a pillow so you can see the screen better.
Or you could edit it.
It's funny. So this video is called Amberlynn Reid lying for 4 minutes.
Come on, you have a better editing program than I do.
The person who said I should react to it was saying maybe this is a good time to clear some things up. So I haven't watched this yet. I am a little bit nervous.
Let's just stop. Okay, first of all, don't act like you can't just edit a video in. Reaction videos like this actually aren't hard to edit. The hardest thing is syncing it up and making sure that the volume of the video can be heard as well as your volume. The big issue with my program is that it sucks. It's some free little program that isn't the best and takes forever to process, and it's hard to sync it up because once the videos start playing at the same time, they both start to lag horribly. But you have better editing software than I do with your iMovie. And even if you didn't, you have $1,500 just in your wallet at all times. You can afford better editing software. So don't act like you have no other choice but to put your laptop on a pillow so we can see the screen better. That's not going to help with the sound either. We're still going to be hearing secondary sound. And secondly, I don't buy that she hasn't watched this video beforehand. We know she probably did. And the person who requested it was probably one out of tens of thousands of comments. Whatever, let's just do this. And it says that this is a 4-minute video, but her video is 13 minutes. I don't know if she's going to watch another video or if she's just going to stop and complain and make excuses a bunch of the time. Let's see. I do wish I knew who did this video. Might be KDW or someone like this.
Okay. Hopefully
I guess she didn't want to give attention to them or something.
Chicken sandwich, and yes, I eat my fries with a fork. Don't hate.
Okay, so I guess the first lie is that I said that I eat my fries with a fork, and then here I am not doing that. I do want to say that I went through quite a few years of my life eating everything with a fork. There was a time that I did do that, and then as you can tell, I have stopped. To this day, I have stopped. So that was just a change in something I did. That wasn't me lying.
That wasn't me lying.
Because I'm the type of person
well, hold on. That clip with her eating her McDonald's, that looked like that was from a few years ago too. So if she's saying that she hasn't eaten with a fork in a few years, that was just a phase or whatever, then why was that clip of McDonald's also a few years old?
Clutter? I just don't at all. So
you don't like
Becky
clutter?
And I just got a Bath and Body Works package in a shelf thingy-majigger.
Okay, I guess the lie is that I said I don't like clutter, and then I think the person who edited this considers this clutter.
It's a bunch of junk.
I think that's a really cute shelf with, this is a mixture of both mine and Becky's stuff. We share the same body sprays and we share the same Bath and Body Works.
Clutter doesn't mean that it's just all over the place and disorganized, everything on top of each other. It means that you have a bunch of junk that you don't need and that you don't use, and it's all just lumped together and you have no use for it. It doesn't mean like you have a bunch of papers and whatever else. You just have a bunch of junk.
Soaps. And this is a really cute shelf, and we just have that in the nook of our bathroom. It's not cluttery to me. I really don't like clutter. I don't at all. I think that's why I've gotten rid of so much of my stuff, especially
so much.
It was
just
really
look in the background here. Look at all the stuff she has in the background.
And yeah, so next.
Told this from like I used to actually.
Wow, she was so small.
When I was like 16 years old.
I did.
I used to see another nutritionist when I was like 14, 15.
I did.
That's when I was diagnosed with binge eating. And
I know this.
You guys know I suffer with binge eating, which I do want to talk to you guys about because I was officially diagnosed with binge eating disorder by my therapist. It wasn't yesterday.
Okay, so this one's important. I'm glad this one's in
here.
So I guess the lie is that I said I was diagnosed when I was 16 with BED.
Get your
and then
hair
here I say,
off of
I think
your
I was like
chest.
27
That's
in this video.
gross.
I said
Why do you
that
have
I
a
was
gist?
diagnosed with BED. So when I was 16, I was seeing someone who did say it sounded like I had binge eating disorder. I actually have made...
That right there, what she just said. She said she saw somebody who sounded like she had this and that. Yet, even years ago, if what she's saying now is true, years ago she said I was diagnosed by my therapist at the age 15, 16 with binge eating disorder. That's the same exact thing that she does and says, especially most recently when she went to the psychiatrist. She said, I was diagnosed with this and this and this and this, 5 different things. This is why people don't believe your diagnoses, because you say you're diagnosed with whatever, and then you turn back around and say, oh, well, they said that it might sound like this, or, oh, they said that it could be a chance I could have this. This is why people don't believe you when you say you've been diagnosed with whatever, especially when you say you've been diagnosed with 5 things in only an hour. Come on.
A whole video, well, it wasn't like a whole video dedicated to this, but in the video I did talk about this, where as a teenager I took that and I ran with it, because when I was 16 you could not be diagnosed with BED, but I didn't know that. But the therapist I was seeing did say that sounds like a binging disorder type of problem. And then here when I was 27, I was actually, like, I've made videos on this, but I was talking to a therapist on BetterHelp.com, and I'm not trying to, like, talk bad about it, but I, for one, just don't recommend it, but you never know. It just didn't work for me. And the person on there who I was talking to did say that I had binge eating disorder. The thing is, though, on BetterHelp.com, they are not allowed to diagnose you with anything. Exactly. So that kind of shook me and was like, it kind of made me like...
Again, you said that they
I
diagnosed
saw a red flag. You. So I did cancel my BetterHelp. I definitely wasn't lying. It's all just very circumstantial.
You canceled your BetterHelp because they're not allowed to diagnose you. They're not allowed to diagnose you because they're online therapists. It's not good to be diagnosed online unless you're doing like video conferencing therapy sessions. Just through little messages, that doesn't give you an idea of what a person's like, what the behavior's like, what their subtle gestures and stuff are. You can't diagnose a professional, a good actual therapist will not try to diagnose you through text messages or instant messages or Snapchat messages. A reliable, dependable, trustworthy therapist will not do that. That's why on BetterHelp.com, they're not allowed to diagnose you, because you can't give someone a proper diagnosis just by reading their texts or their emails or anything like that. You have to actually see a person and their behavior over time. That's something Amberlynn doesn't understand. She thinks she can just talk to someone for an hour and then they'll know everything. Like, as though if she went to a doctor's office, as soon as she stepped foot in the doctor's office, they would automatically know, oh, you have this and this, and you need surgery there, and you have a fracture here. We already know without even doing any tests. No, we don't need you to come back. We already know everything. She just has unrealistic expectations about how the world of medicine, especially the world of psychology and psychotherapy, works. And this is why people hate when she says she's been diagnosed with this and that and whatever, because then she goes back, like she's doing now, and says, oh, it wasn't actually, or oh, I just took this and ran with it, or oh, I was just so excited and I just, no.
And when I was 16, I shouldn't have taken that and ran with it. I have never been diagnosed with BED appropriately because I've never seen someone for it. That's definitely something that I probably should do, but I feel like BED is very, very easy to diagnose yourself because, I mean, if you sit there and you're eating huge, large, like I'm talking to the point of illness, and you still keep eating, that's binging. So
You can binge and binge often without having binge eating disorder. It's like you can undereat. You can starve yourself without having anorexia. This is the thing she doesn't understand, and this is why people don't like when she self-diagnoses, because she doesn't actually understand the full condition. She just looks at the main things, the big things. In this case, she thinks binge eating disorder is just binging all the time. That's all she looks at. She doesn't look at the other components, the other symptoms, the other things that impact the daily life of people with these disorders. She just looks at the big thing and says, oh yeah, I see that in myself, and then she just diagnoses herself with whatever. It's like uh, one of her most recent diagnoses, her obsessive compulsive personality disorder, because she collects things. Like, what? She doesn't. She does not have obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Absolutely not. And she probably just sees like a couple things. Oh, I'm a perfectionist, so yeah, I have this. No, she doesn't understand how personality disorders, how mental illness in general actually works. She hasn't studied this. She has looked at some basic information, just the big glaring signs, and been like, oh, yeah, that's me, without actually doing further research and actually trying to figure out, do I actually identify it with this? When seeing other people who have this and talking with them or reading their story, do I find similarities in myself? Not only do these big glaring things seem like things that I do, but these little things that don't get talked about in the DSM, that don't get talked about on Wikipedia pages, these things that you only find in small forums or whatever. Do I also see those things in myself? Is this something I've been seeing consistently over time, not something that just popped up overnight? And is this something that affects my daily life, or is it something that just happens when it's convenient for me to put in a video? I'm not even 5 minutes into this. This is going to be quite something to edit.
I don't really want to go much more into that, so let's keep watching.
It was the day before, and I sent a message myself.
And she said she was 27 in that video that was just playing. Just the difference in how she looked a year ago. It's just, wow.
So the type of pizza, my favorite, is the stuffed crust. So I miss having long nails. It is a light garlic and parmesan. Okay, so I think the lie here is when it said, I don't even like pizza, but then I say that the white sauce pizza is my favorite.
Are you gonna
so
go
this is
through
not a lie.
another
I honestly
phase?
do not care for pizza. You can ask anybody in my life. I truthfully do not care for pizza, like, at all. But I think it might be because of the marinara sauce. I'm not really into it. If I have to, I'll eat some pizza, but honestly, I don't care for it. So when I said this is my favorite, what I meant by that is because it is a white-based pizza. There is no red sauce. There is no marinara. So to me, it doesn't really feel like traditional pizza. So that's what I meant by that.
So I'm going to be eating 3 pretty big slices
In this video, I even said that I do not like pizza, and I was pretty much forcing myself to eat it.
of pizza.
Why would you force yourself to eat
Let
it?
me tell you, and I woke up with really bad heartburn. I don't take naps. Hey guys, so I just woke up from a nap. I did wake up earlier, but
I really, truly don't take many naps.
That's something
I
she
think
said
sometimes when I
consistently.
say things like, oh, I don't take naps, what I mean to say is I probably napped maybe once or twice a year. I think that's what I should start saying.
More than once or
A lot of
twice
people
a
say
year.
things like that. Like, people can sit there and say, yeah, I don't really eat green beans, but then they'll eat green beans like 5 months down the line. I truly don't take naps. They make me feel freaking weird. I have no reason.
The difference with you, Amberlynn Reid, is that you say you don't do something, and then we consistently see you do it all the time. Like when you say, oh, I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat anything when I first wake up, I don't like that. And then we get a bunch of videos of you doing exactly that.
To take naps, but
You
yeah,
have no reason
it's not
to
like
take
I've
naps.
never taken a nap in my whole life.
Well,
I think that
yes,
this
you do.
video
You
just
don't
shows that I
have a
need to
full
word
night's
things a
rest
little
because you
differently,
always
but
wake
it
up
also
in the
shows that
night
people are super
and
sensitive
you have
to
super
what I
low
say.
energy.
just stuff like that. And I've watched, what I eat in a day, keto. I've had friends on keto. My mom is on keto right now. So it's like I know what people eat on keto because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it online. I've seen everything. That's not what I want to eat. Because if I go just from binge eating to keto, oh my god, I'm gonna have headaches, keto flu, this and that. But if I go from binge eating to just like moderate / low carb, it's gonna be less of a detox.
What?
And more realistic. So we're gonna just try it out.
I don't really like yogurt. I can't say, I don't know what the lie was. Everything I said about keto is true. What I said in the next clip was true, so I don't really know. I'm gonna back because I didn't hear what I said. Okay.
And more realistic. So we're gonna just try it out.
I don't really like yogurt. I hate yogurt. I don't know what it is about it, but I hate yogurt unless it's
Trying to lose weight. A lot of the clothes that
I don't know. In the first clip I said I don't like yogurt, and then the second clip I said I hate yogurt. I mean, that's true. I don't like it. It's very sour tasting to me. Anytime that I ever buy yogurt, it's because I feel like I'm being healthy. Even a really good friend of mine, oh my god, we were on video chat and she was trying to be healthy and she was like gagging down the yogurt, and I'm just like, girl, so relatable. So I don't know where the lie is in the yogurt.
You can even
I
have
really don't
frozen
like
yogurt. That would be healthier than ice cream.
will fit me for
It has
a long
probiotics in it.
time, even if I am losing weight. I still have clothing to this day in this closet that I wear from when I was in the 300s. So clothing,
What, that bra?
trying to find clothes for the fair, I realized nothing fits me. Like,
I mean, that bra has really been pushing through these years.
But I was dead serious. Destiny, I'm just excited and
Okay, so I see where people can think I was lying. I totally get that, but I do have, I feel like my face got really orange. I'm sorry. The lighting is not the greatest. I do have clothes that I still wear to this day from when I weighed in the 300s, like 360. But I remember that day specifically when I was going to the fair and I felt like nothing fit me. I feel like in that moment, it was very psychological. You guys tell me. I know you've been there where you open your closet and you put all these clothes on and you're just like, nothing fits me, nothing looks right.
No, I've
Sometimes
never
it's very psychological.
ever
and then
had that
a week
happen.
from that moment, you try on the very outfit you tried on and you feel great. So I feel like in that moment, it was very psychological because I was 100 pounds lighter
maybe
in that
like
video
one outfit,
than what
but
I weigh now.
no.
So again, wasn't a lie.
maybe I could start wearing my jeans again.
because honestly, I did gain a lot of weight.
She was so different a few years ago.
But it's the truth. And I'll be honest, after gaining a lot of weight the past, it's been like 2 years, I don't really fit in 3Xs anymore. It depends. So I ate I don't know how I was lying. I'm so confused with some of these. I'm like so confused. And the first clip I was talking about like how I miss wearing jeans. 100%. I still miss wearing jeans. I like to wear black jeans. They're my favorite. Black skinny jeans. Love it. And then in the next clip I said something about 3X pants. Yeah, I can't wear 3X pants. 3X shirts. There are some 3X shirts I can still wear, which it all depends on the brand. I'm going to be honest. Most girls know that. Like all brands,
but you buy everything from Torrid,
which is stupid because it can make you feel really bad or it can make you feel really good. But yeah, when it comes to like 3X pants, not happening. 144 weekly points. That is not gonna happen ever again, and I can promise you that. Daily, and I used 62 weekly. I actually wrote that down, so it made me go into -30 of my weekly. Talk about a lot of people think. Okay, I don't feel like that's a lie when you sit there and you're like, you tell yourself or you tell other people, okay, I'm never gonna mess up on my diet again. I feel like that's you just being very positive, which is a very, very good thing. But everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. Okay, Hannah Montana. But I don't feel like that was me lying. That was just me really living in the moment and trying to think like positive affirmations. And that's like a totally normal thing. So eat like 6,000 calories a day. That is not true. That is not true. My body is so accustomed to eating thousands and thousands, like 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day. Ugh. Oh, that was it. Wait, hold on. Cancel. Okay, so what is this? I'm just gonna click on this. My onion to be like super.
You're just gonna click on it. Yeah.
I don't know.
You totally don't know
why I clicked on that.
What it is.
Okay, so the last lie was when I said
to click on it.
That I don't eat 6,000 calories a day, but then in another clip I said that I eat around 4,000.
Remember when she kept saying, "Oh, I don't watch reaction channels. I don't watch videos about me. I don't watch whatever." Sure, girl. You know you watch everything that has your name in it. I wouldn't be too surprised if you somehow came across this video somehow, some way, because you just searched so hard for anything that has your name on it, and you happen to be like one of the 10 people watching this video. I wouldn't be too surprised at that. But that's a lie right there, that you don't watch reaction videos, you don't watch videos about yourself. We all know that's a lie. It's a lie that you don't read comments, because here you are doing another highly requested video. So either that's a lie, which probably it is, but also you're lying about not reading the comments, not seeing what other people say about you, whatever. This whole video is just a bunch of lies on top of lies on top of lies and excuses.
The 6,000. That one, I can't really justify. That's the first one where I can't really justify it. I think sometimes, just admitting out loud is like, oh yeah, sometimes I eat 6,000 calories. I feel like that really just like, it's hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe. Because 6,000 calories
she knew she couldn't come up with a lie to cover up this lie.
And we all know that.
Because we've seen her eat so much crap on camera.
Eat that many calories, and it still doesn't feel like they ate that many calories. Like on any given day, I can eat anywhere from 2,000 to 6,000. And I think it's the days that I binge, which I don't really binge as much anymore, so I'm very grateful for that. The days that I binge, that's when it gets up into these.
And that right there, she said she doesn't really binge that much anymore, which is something she has been saying for a while. Apparently it's been a couple of months since, who knows when, because her videos are so out of order. But apparently it's been a long while since she's binged. And she hasn't been doing anything to prompt herself to stop binging. She hasn't been getting treatment. She hasn't had a change in her life, really. She hasn't had fewer stresses or anything like that. This right here is a good example of why you don't have binge eating disorder, because it doesn't just magically go away all of a sudden. No, you choose to binge. You you have disordered eating, but you don't have binge eating disorder, because when you binge during binge eating disorder, it doesn't just come and go magically. It's something that doesn't just disappear for months at a time. And I think if if you actually are bipolar, then I think you should track when you have your depressive states and your manic states and see if that aligns with your binges. Because if you binge most when you're in a depressive state, that is a symptom of your depressive state, and you should be more aware of that so you can change the behavior and recognize, hey, I'm going into a depressive state. I'm probably going to want to binge more. I shouldn't do that, or else it'll just make my depressive state worse. But you're not going to do that, of course. You just like saying that you have everything under the sun without doing any proper research or getting an actual diagnosis, yet saying that you have gotten an actual diagnosis, and then later turning around and saying, no, you didn't. 41 seconds left. Let's do this.
6,000s. The days that I don't binge, I stay more around 3,000. So yeah, that was my reaction to that video. I don't really know what else to say about it. I just think that a lot of people twist my words, and I can see why they think I'm
twist
lying.
your words.
But it's
This
also
video was
my
literally
fault as
clips
well,
of what
because
you
it's the way
said.
that I word things.
That's
can
all.
be pretty
No,
bad
it was
sometimes.
exactly
So
what you said.
my apologies.
Nobody
So if there's
twisted
any
your
other videos that
words.
you guys want me to react to, you can send me a message on Instagram, or you can tweet me on Twitter. And all that is linked down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I don't know why she's trying to like become a reaction channel or whatever, reacting to videos of herself. And I guess she reacted to James Charles. But I mean, for one, like I said before, she can edit. She has the money to do that. She has the time to do that. It takes my video editor hours to process the video, at which point I can't really do much on my computer. She has the time to do that. She's mostly on her phone anyway. So even if she did have to take a couple hours to edit, be it on her phone or on her laptop, she still has the other device that she can use. And she doesn't do anything else all day. She has no other real responsibilities that warrant her taking hours out of her day to commit to something. If she considers YouTube her job, she should put more effort into it and more time into it, because she does the bare minimum when she can afford to do more and she has the time to do more. I wish I could have a good camera for you guys with good lighting and a good microphone that blocks out background sound. I wish I could afford all that stuff and have a nice little setup like a lot of YouTubers do. But and I wish I could have good editing software that doesn't take forever, that doesn't lag so badly that it's hard to sync up my reaction to the video. I wish I had those things. I wish I had $500, $1,500 just in my purse whenever, when I don't even go out. Like, I wish that were my circumstance. But she's just making excuses for herself, trying to feel sorry for herself when she's so out of touch with reality, with the everyday person, yet she's trying to be relatable all the time. Hashtag ninja. Ugh. But yeah, then she was like, oh, tell me if you want me to react to anything. You know, people have sent her plenty of videos to react to, especially reaction channels that aren't as nice and pretty as Zachary Michael's reaction was. Reaction channels like Michael B. Petty, Alex is Shook, and even harsher ones. Life of a Free Spirit, even. People who are more brutal in their honesty, more critical, more just honestly meaner. She would never react to those people because they tell the whole cold hard truth, and she knows that she can't scare them away, especially not Michael B. Petty. Like, there was that whole business of them trying to sue him, and he just laughed it off. Like, she would never react to one of his videos, not unless it was a video not about her. Like one of his weight loss update videos, she would try to watch one of those and pick that apart and be like, "Oh, see, you're overweight too, and you see, you slipped up." And but this highly requested video that so many people, this was not highly requested because there are so many other edits of Amberlynn Reid that would have been requested more than this one. There are longer videos showing her inconsistencies and lies and cover-ups. This 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 was probably just something she saw in her feed, or that one single person requested, and she pre-watched it, no doubt. It was like, yeah, sure, I'll do this because this'll get me clicks. Yeah, that was reacting to Amberlynn Reid reacting to Amberlynn Reid lying. Or rather, just her making excuses for her lies and making lies to cover up her lies and losing track of her past lies. Um, yeah, it's really just sad to see past videos of her from years ago because she looked so much healthier, so much happier, and she just had a completely different personality before she became really big on YouTube and could live off of feeders money, and I guess haters money too, since we're the ones giving her clicks. But yeah, it's just sad seeing what she's become now, and she doesn't see that. When she sees herself, she does not see that. She just sees, oh yeah, that was me and my dainty little self. She doesn't see, oh wow, I've really changed physically, mentally, emotionally, personality wise. I've changed how I project myself, how I treat people. I've really changed since these years. She does not see that. And I'm not saying she was the saint before then. I think that she's a chameleon. She changes her personality based on who she's with, but even with that, she doesn't see how damaging of a person she is now. And even if taking the personality aside, she doesn't see how much healthier and happier she was then, how much more alive she was then. Even when she was still struggling with her weight a bit, she was happier and she was more excited to try new things. And she was more moderate about what she was eating, even if it wasn't the healthiest thing. So that she just really needs to open her eyes up to her own behavior and her own changes. But nah, she's just too delusional. She's too deep into her fantasy. And I don't think she's going to be waking up anytime soon.